April showers have brought May flowers.
I'm Nikki, and this is NixPix.
Can you believe it's May already? Can you believe it's starting to rain? Let's see if we can't do this garden tour real quick before it starts raining on me. Actually, I went through this morning, of course, because it's now starting to rain, and I did a deep watering on all of my containers. April showers have brought May flowers, but the summer's coming, and so are the heavy rains. But until then, I'm still watering the buckets about once or twice a week. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. First of all, as far as the spring tomatoes, they are gone. The trellis is gone. I do have the Everglade tomatoes that we had planted in the pot. So they're over here now in the garden. And they are full of lots of little green tomatoes everywhere. So we'll go ahead and continue to enjoy those. Over here we have some big red tomatoes. And those are coming up. And they're starting to show promise of some flowers. I saw some there earlier. Here we go. And over here is what's remaining of the tiny Tim tomatoes from spring. And then as we had a few of the plants die, I just took the tomatoes that were left on the plants and I just stuck them into the ground. And so you can see we've got quite a few of the tomato plants now coming up from that. I also have over here from my lovely burgundy tomatoes that we grew. These are seeds from those, and so they are also now coming up. So I'm very excited about that. The flowers have been doing wonderfully. You remember about 2 months ago, this was just one tiny little stalk with one tiny little flower, and now look at all of this. And all of this. I had threw some compost over here because I was trying to start some random potatoes, and what I have is I don't have any potatoes, but I seem to have quite a few tomato or pepper plants coming up, so we'll let those grow wild and see what happens. Over here are the long beans, and they're doing really, really well. They're growing every day, and you can just see overnight it just has all of these lovely new leaves coming up. So we're excited about that. These sweet potato plants, which I have been using in place of spinach in some oriental cooking, and also in some pesto that I made, I went ahead and put some of those. They have a lot more nutrition than your spinach leaves, so they have a double duty. We'll see what happens with the actual sweet potatoes in the pots later on. The Malabar spinach is also doing very well. I still haven't done anything with the berries. My pepper plant here is finally starting to turn color, but you can see it's just loaded with peppers. And they are starting to turn orange. They are everywhere. Over here, my pineapple plant is doing rather well. I think I'll be saying that for years until I ever see anything. We have some more flowers. And this is a little pepper plant that I stuck over here, and it's got all these tiny little peppers on it. So that's fun. Carrots, about a dozen of them. Not sure it's worth the bucket, but we'll go ahead and let them finish their time out. This lettuce is almost done. As you can see, I think I'll get probably a couple more wraps out of that this week, and then I will empty this bucket. I had some random lettuce growing in some of these buckets, some little lettuce volunteers popping up. So probably what I will do is, there was a whole bunch over here in this bucket too. Oh yeah, over here. So probably what I'll do is I'll kind of gather all those together and put it in that bucket and see if I can't get a few more lettuce going. Speaking of lettuce, this is the famous arugula and kale bucket that I've had for almost 2 years now. It's finally gone to full seed. I will be emptying this bucket as soon as I get these seeds. And so what they do is they produce these lovely little flowers. And then it produces this little pod. Here are these green pods. You see that? And then when they die, you literally just pop these open and there's all your seeds in there. So that's great. I'm going to have tons of seeds to replant, so I'm excited about that. The lemon basil has also gone to seed, and my parsley needs a little trimming up. Over here is the cilantro, and it is going to flower, which will then go to seed. So I was letting that happen because I was, not that I need the seeds necessarily, but I was interested. I wanted to see, I think that's where the coriander comes from. So I'm going to see if I can get any spices out of that. The oregano. Oh, that was the big rainstorm. It's all done. The oregano is doing well, so I'm happy about that. It's finally kind of taken off. Oh, look at that. I got a little, I wonder if that's dill or a carrot. Hard to tell yet. Over here is the sweet basil, and it looks beautiful. Look at the size of these leaves. It's almost the size of my hand. And it tastes delicious. I made a whole thing of pesto and have really been enjoying that. Again, here I have a few little more lettuce. This lettuce here is done. I am letting it go to seed. This was some of my original lettuce that I had last year that I liked so much, and I don't have any seeds left from that, so I'm definitely letting this go to seed so that I will have lots more seeds. Over here is the onions, and I'm going to put a link right up in the corner here to a 2.5-minute video I did on what this bucket is really all about and how I've been growing my onions from my food scraps. Over here is the garlic doing its thing. Some more lettuce. And over here we have some bok choy around a regrowth of some celeries that I was trying again. But yeah, so this is all bok choy. So those are the kind of things that we're going to be taking a look at in the end of next month, is how my bok choy went and how my tomato seedlings have grown. And we will be starting some pepper seeds also. But I wanted to show you this little, if you guys remember the shelf that I built, we went ahead and moved it over here, and I've used it now to collect all of the air plants that I find that fall out of the trees. We had the moringa tree lost another main branch, so I stuck some of the branches here in the dirt. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So it looks like it's got some growth, but we'll see what happens. Over here in the aloe plant, we had a volunteer bell pepper plant pop up, and I have never really been very successful at all with bell peppers, so this has been kind of exciting. I did get 2 big bell peppers off of it already, and now it looks like I've got 3 more and some more starting. So that's been fun. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the hydroponic system now. Oh, look at that. It's all bright and sunny now. Well, almost. Alright, so over here we have some more in the hydroponic system. We have some more lemon basil going to seed. And we have what's left of the pepper plants. And they have been producing, and we have been using them. And they are now turning nice, pretty colors. We have also started some cuttings from that. And we still have some of the Tiny Tim tomatoes over here that are producing. Okay, so here we have the baby bok choy. And we are doing this in the hydroponic system. We've got a whole row of them, and they all are taking off really well and starting to grow. So look forward to showing you that next month. Our hens and chicks are looking nice and producing lots more chicks, so we're going to have fun with that also in a couple months when it gets a little bigger. We'll take it out, redo it, and then take all these little tiny ones and start new stuff. Some more bok choy. These are the ones that we usually have sitting inside in our inside cabinet, but they don't look like they were doing very well, so we brought them outside. And here we have our baby bok choy sprouts and our bok choy sprouts. Got our pretty water fountain back again. And the amarillos are producing flowers. So I'll be happy to show you those pictures next week. Our cottage farm strawberries are not doing what they promised. They are dying and dying. This one looks okay. Those two up there look okay. But nothing has really kind of taken off like it looks like. And we've moved it in all kinds of different areas, and we just can't figure out why they did not root. And so we'll finish off like we always do with the bird cage that you can hardly tell is a bird cage anymore. Here we have some peppers flowering, and look at all of these tomatoes. Look at this. Growing in very little dirt, I imagine, because so much of this is taken up with other things. We've got the creeping Jenny that's coming out and doing very well, and then you have the two different heather plants in there. We've got the white one and the purple. Yeah, so thanks for joining me for my garden tour update, and I hope to see you again next month. Have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.
Please make sure to hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, don't forget to leave a comment, visit my t-shirt shop and my social media links, and we'll see you real soon.